Hey y'all, she's finally here. RHOBH, my merchandise store. Now this has been a labor of love, okay? Your girl has gotten back into her graphic design bag, back into her art bag, back into her love of watercolor bag, okay? And I'm here to share some of the most unique pieces that you've ever seen before because they're coming directly from me, okay? So I have stylish mugs. You know I love a good mug, girl. So stylish mugs, journals, cell phone cases, and I've got new things coming out almost every day. And again, the most unique pieces you've ever seen because they're coming directly from your girl. So anyway, shop RHOBH, and I'll see you around. Hey y'all, she's finally here. RHOBH, my merchandise store. Now this has been a labor of love, okay? Your girl has gotten back into her graphic design bag, back into her art bag, back into her love of watercolor bag, okay? And I'm here to share some of the most unique pieces that you've ever seen before because they're coming directly from me, okay? So I have stylish mugs. You know I love a good mug, girl. So stylish mugs, journals, cell phone cases, and I've got new things coming out almost every day. And again, the most unique pieces you've ever seen because they're coming directly from your girl. So anyway, shop RHOBH, and I'll see you around. Hey, y'all. How's it going? I am on time. It says 8 o'clock on my watch, baby. I am on time. Hey, small victories. Take the small victories wherever I can go. What's up, y'all? What is going on? I will not be before you long. Get in the comments. Let me know who's out there. Don't forget to like the video. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get the chat going. Baby, it's so much to talk about with this Bravo foolishness, baby. I am my head spinning, but I have some things I want to talk about. And I've been grabbing some screen recordings. I did grab a couple clippings from Candiace's interview with Entertainment Tonight. I also grabbed a clip from Monique, right? So, and we talk about Real Housewives of Potomac for those that don't know. I grabbed a clip from Monique and her prediction about Gizelle, which ties into my thoughts with the whole Candiace situation, and also what Candiace divulged in her Entertainment Tonight interview. So I'm ready to chat. How y'all doing out there? Don't forget to like this video, y'all. Don't forget to like the video. Like the video. That's your way of showing me some love and supporting the channel. That's a free way to support the channel, okay? Anyway, who is all out there? I don't know. I see people in the chat, but I don't see nobody in the chat. I don't see nobody in the chat. I see y'all in the chat, but I don't see y'all in the chat. Hey, Nello, how you doing? Hopefully I pronounced their name right. Hey. Child, I want to get into it. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, girl. Hey, she's here. Hey, Shayna. Thank you. Also celebrating my 1 year. My boyfriend got me these balloons the other day when we celebrated the 1 year. Yes. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Y'all, shout out to Tammy Talks and Shayna MCD. They're both YouTubers, and they are doing content. Please check out their reality reviews and all their other hot topics, stuff like that. Subscribe to their channel, y'all. for sure. And Tammy has a live tonight too. So I think she's an hour, maybe 2 hours behind us. So we'll be wrapped up by the time it's time for you to go live, Tammy, and we'll be present and accounted for. Hey, Angela. Hey, Angela. All right, y'all. Let's get into it because I'm trying to be on time. Y'all see I'm on time. I'm feeling good. This is because I don't be on time like that, y'all. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. You canceled it? Oh, you don't feel like fun. You That's real. I don't feel like fussing tonight. That's real. We usually have a good time. Well, see, Tammy's in the big numbers. She's got 25, almost 30 subscribers, 30,000 subscribers. Sorry, let me put that 1,000 on there. So she be having a full range of people. Ain't no telling who over on her live chat. We have, small numbers over here. So we can boot people. Shout out to Tammy Talks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate her. She's like a big YouTube sister. I heard you, girl. I do. Okay, let's get into who do y'all want to talk about first? Because there's a lot going on with Bravo. There's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There's Real Housewives of Potomac, of course. There is Real Housewives of Miami mess going on. Where do y'all want to start first? And as I wait for y'all to tell me, I was surprised that I got any views on my Real Housewives of Potomac review because, baby, the way the people was big mad on Twitter, folks was mad. And I understand why they were mad, but Nello said, get Gizzard out the way. Yeah, let's get her out the way. You're right. Okay, so we'll do Potomac first because that's going to be a lot of conversation. And then we'll talk about Miami. And Adriana, when I tell you Adriana was right, no, Stephanie, no, Ashley and Gizzard, they still right. Exactly, Tammy. They were like, listen, when I tell you on Twitter, everybody and their mama was like, boycott. I mean, when I tell you, I was fearing for my life. I was like, y'all, I'm not ready to, I want to do this, at least this last review. And people was like, oh, you shouldn't do it. We'll never get change if we keep supporting them. I mean, I was like, oh my God, y'all, it's just a TV show. Like, people was big mad. But then the next day, I see 60,000, 80,000 people tweeting about the damn Real Housewives of Potomac. I said, y'all hoes be lying. Y'all ain't for real. See, that's why y'all hoes ain't for real. Y'all ain't for real. Not y'all, but them. Okay, so let me quickly find Candiace real quick. So y'all already know, shout out to Candiace, y'all. She is having a baby, and I was completely wrong because in one of my reviews, actually two of my reviews, actually probably three, I was calling Chris broke and saying that that's probably the reason why she didn't want to have a kid is because his finances were questionable. And let me just say this, the only reason why I felt like Chris's finances were questionable is because Mama Doc kept making insinuation. Like, she kept saying, hey, Tamika girl, what's going on, girl? You just in time, child. Mama Doc kept saying, hey, Chels, hey, girl. Oh my gosh, she left the sweetest comment the other day. It was so sweet, girl. You lifted my spirits because I was hurt the other day, child, just in my feelings. Yes. Okay. So his finances are questionable. So Mama Dot was, why does he keep asking her, can we afford? Like, every little thing she wanted to do, he was like, okay, we afford that. Do you think, is that enough? Is that in the budget? Like, I'm like, well, okay, well, is he able to, can he live the lifestyle that she looking for? So I was like, that's probably the reason why she didn't want to have no baby. So that, I was like, as women, we're not trying to have babies in no questionable circumstances, right? So that's what I thought. Lo and behold, she is pregnant, y'all. And she did an ET interview, okay? And I'm not going to hold you, y'all. I feel terrible because, thank you, Chels, because I wanted to see her have a baby. Can y'all imagine Candiace Dillard Bassett having a baby? Oh, she will be unbearable. Don't get me wrong. I can point out injustice or injustice. I can point out injustice. I can call it out and I can see it with my own two eyes. But y'all, Candiace was a mess, y'all. Candiace was a mess. Yeah, me too. You know what? Shout out to Candiace for that, for not giving Bravo the scoop. I'm glad. Now I'm sad because I wanted to see it. Because I think she would be funny. I think she would be a funny mom. Do. So let me play this real quick. Me too. Yes. Shout out to Chelsea. So happy for Candiace. Hopefully she and take her baby shower. So they actually asked about that in the Entertainment Tonight excerpt. So let me just play a little bit. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear it. Oh, child, I have it on my Bluetooth on my other. See, I was on time, but I ain't get my technology together. But that's all right. At least I was on time, child. I'm happy for that. Small wins. Okay, hold on. Let's start it over again.
We're really grateful for everything that, you know, we've been able to share with all of the globe. I was going to say America, but all of the globe.
So I agree.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Conversation.
Yes, I'd have to do a little massaging.
And this is
if something like that were to even, you know, come to fruition, which we don't have any plans to do anything like that, but it would be cool to add to the list of, you know, our lives together. Hey, look, watch us become parents, or watch me become a parent for the first time, and keep someone alive.
That's the name of the show. Keep them alive with Candiace and Chris. Keeping them alive.
So in that clip, she was talking about potentially having like maybe a baby shower, or like a special spinoff like y'all were talking about. But she said that nobody offered anything. They haven't offered. She's not opposed to doing it, but they haven't offered. And, you know, she says she has to massage Chris or try to, you know, broach the idea with him. I'm trying to find the clip. Hold on.
Community and, you know.
Oh, here it goes. Okay, so this is in her. The question that was posed was, how much of a percentage was you having a baby? How high was that percentage? Was it to make you made the decision of leaving the show? So that's the question, right? How high of a percentage was you having a baby part of your decision in leaving the show? So that's the question, and I'm about to play what she says.
So it's just going to be fun to be a part of that community and, you know, to learn and grow as a member now.
How much did this news coming into your life impact the choice you made to walk away from Housewives?
I would say probably 95%. Yeah. I was really adamant about creating a space for not just for the baby, but for me, for us, for this time in our lives where, oh my God, I'm crying again. Some of this is pregnancy hormones.
I was gonna say you can blame this all on
child. Candiace will cry for anything, child. It don't matter.
I know, like you can't. That's my crying coming out of you.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it here. So she said that her choice to leave the show, her being pregnant, was 95% of the reason why she left, and I can see why. Candiace has been disrespected more times than anybody else on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, and hear me out. I can say this, not being a fan of Candiace, and I know Tammy gonna be like, "Yeah, you are a fan." I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. She get on my nerves. I would love to see her pregnant because I know she aggravating, but I don't know anybody else who twice got hands put on them on that franchise. And I'm not talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta or any other franchise. Candiace was literally the only other girl, and y'all get me together. Candiace was literally the only girl who got their hands put on them twice. And that's including this little scuffle with Grover. Shout out to Tamika Chelsea. I'm happy for her too, but I don't know. I don't want to see a spinoff. Watching her wedding was stressful for me. I like her a lot, but can I watch a baby shower spinoff? Child, listen, honestly, I think it would be fun. Y'all not here for no spinoff? You know what? I'm not mad at it. Hey, Brandy. Shout out to Brandy Yvonne, y'all. She is also another YouTuber. She also does reaction videos and reviews of different reality TV shows. So subscribe to her channel. Shout out to Brandy Yvonne as well. Y'all not feeling Candiace on a potential spin? Damn, I guess it's just me. But even still, even if she doesn't have a spinoff, it's just unfortunate that she did not get an opportunity to really be the housewife that she could have been, right? She has everything. She has the accomplishment, she has the money, she has the house, she has the husband, she has all those things. And y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. Okay, so part of the interview, and I need to find it, she said that production literally told her for the reunion that she needed to dial it back. Production literally told her, and I believe Wendy hasn't confirmed, but Candiace said it, that production told her that she needs to dial it back. And it almost feels like an unfair fight. Do you know what I mean? Because here we go. It almost feels like the fight was rigged. Does that make sense? And now it also makes sense as to why Candiace was telling the hey D, what's up? What? Listen, the people are out tonight. Hold on, let me get some shout outs and read comments because I was about to get on my soapbox and talk cash money shit. Hold on. Okay, so my bad. Nello on the franchise period. I don't think anyone has received the level of critique Candiace gets from cast, fans, and production. Leaving was the best thing she could have done for her mental health. You're absolutely right. And honestly, if I play that clip that I'm about to, if I could find it, she said that production told her that she needs to basically bridle her tongue. But my thing is, okay, so if you're trying to foster an environment of peace, then you need to do that on both sides. And it makes sense as to why Gizelle during the reunion was like, oh, I thought somebody was going to talk to her, right? One. And then also Candiace was saying to production, she was like, y'all want me to make up with this? Y'all want me to make up with this? Because they were trying to force her to bridle her tongue to move forward. But if you're going to say that to Candiace, you need to be saying it also to Gizelle. And that's it. I'm going to say, hold on, let me keep reading comments. Okay. Candiace is also the only one that runs her mouth like, see, oh, Tammy, no. Okay, so then if that's the case, then what's the difference between, actually, let me finish reading your sentence before hold on, let me finish reading your sentence before I start going on. Hold on. Okay, so Candiace is also the only one that runs her mouth like she's about that life. Not saying she deserves to get assaulted, but we have to be mindful of what we say as well. Okay, so during the reunion, let me say this. Mia brought up a really great point, and I'm not going to act like I don't understand what Mia was saying, okay? However, shout out to Nita the Diva. Subscribe to her channel as well. She has the right to say whatever she wants. Like, isn't that the housewife life? Shade, talking trash, whoever can cut the deepest. Well, I don't want to say the deepest, but whoever has the sharpest, wittiest comebacks. Like, if y'all can't handle that, then what's the difference between this and baddies or some Zeus Network shit? You know what I mean? Hoping Wendy leaves next. Me too. Honestly, I don't plan on watching. If Gizelle Bryant is on Real Housewives of Potomac next season, I'm not watching it. Y'all, I also got a clip from Monique, and we'll talk about what Monique said. Now, y'all know I'm I feel so bad because Monique and Candiace, I really did not want them to fall out the way they did. And I know some people are going to say it's because of Gizelle, but I still feel like that they did not need to, they should have been the united front like I was hoping that they would be. Okay, so Micah says, hey, Micah, shout out to Micah. I'm fine with the spinoff as long as it is not on Bravo. They don't deserve her life anymore, chat. Okay, honestly, I feel like Candiace has been disrespected on so many levels. It's not even funny. And the fact that the girl can't even, I mean, she got to duck every time she go to work. Like, that's a hostile work environment. Not only is it hostile, it's toxic. Y'all want some Bravo really need to be tread lightly because they're already facing a whole bunch of lawsuits. So anyway, no, she's not the only one that runs her mouth. Exactly. Like everybody run their mouth. That's what it's for. Like that's what I thought. Y'all, shout out to D Movie Man. This is cuz. Yes, you see. Come on now. Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, cuz. Y'all, shout out to D Movie Man. He is an impeccable movie reviewer, content review. He does like some TV shows, but mainly movies, cinema. He's a popcorn addict, fellow cinephile, and what is it? I don't know the tag. I'm fucking it up. But yes, subscribe to his channel, y'all. Popcorn addict and fellow cinephile and emerging film critic. That's it. Shout out to D Movie Man. Subscribe to his channel as well, y'all. Okay, Beyonce in the chat. Okay, so no tea, no shade, but Candiace is a reactor. Here's the thing: all opinions are welcome. Okay, as long as it's not rude to other people or rude to me and nothing like that. So if you have a different or opposing view, that's fine. It's okay. Okay, so no tea, no shade, but Candiace is a reactor. If people just leave her alone, then they don't have to. Okay, so yes, if they leave her alone, they don't have to worry about her mouth. Point blank. Period. Oh, you welcome, girl. Okay, a spinoff might be cute if Miss Dorothy going to be there cutting up. That's what Miss Dorothy is a Kiki to me. Now she toxic, but Miss Dorothy is a Kiki. She really, the way she wrinkle her mouth up, baby. And if Miss Dorothy is involved, you know it's gonna be luxury. Come on, y'all feel like Candiace don't bring luxury. Name one luxury event that any of the girls went on, had hosted while they were on the season. I think the only person who had a luxury, nice upscale event was Candiace. And maybe that little trip to the DR, but child, that was half and half. And I believe Bravo paid for that shit. So like, what were we really doing? Okay, so Chels Love. Hey, sweetie, this is my girl, y'all. I'll say the only thing is Candiace got karma for the whole Monique situation and finally seeing that Gizelle was never on her side and always being strategic. Honestly, I just hate how Monique and Candiace went their separate ways. Now, I remember on season 4, Candiace was doing a little too much for me with Monique at the time. And I just felt like Candiace wasn't owning her shit. And yes, Gizelle was like in the background, kind of being a puppet master, but also Candiace needed to take accountability for a lot of the same bullshit. Like she was questioning Ashley's miscarriage. Like even if you don't believe the girl, I'm not that's some shit I'm just not about to touch. But anyway, and I know Ashley did her thing, but anyway, get that sound off in the comments. Okay, there's countless scenes of Ashley saying worse and no hands have been laid on her. The Atlanta girls are also very vocal and haven't received the same critique. Very true. Except for that one time with Portia, Steal Your Man, Mrs. Steal Your Man Williams, okay? And that little altercation with Kenya, okay? But still. So Tammy says, based on what Candiace said last reunion, I don't have an issue with them telling her she needs to chill a little. Again, going back, Tammy, just going to your point, during the reunion, this last part, praise God, the season over. Y'all lift your hands and thank him. Jesus, it's over. Lord God, thank you. Ooh, Lord, we thank you. Anyway, it's over. Praise God. Okay. But So I understand what Mia was saying. Mia was telling Candiace during part 3 of the reunion that just came on Sunday, that you can't just say whatever you want to say to somebody, because Mia said that Grover was pulling up on her, rolling up on her with that same energy, was trying to be, rah-rah with her as well, right? So I understand what Mia was saying, and I understand that these people like Grover are looking for anything. They're looking for any and everything to pop off so they can be famous. But at the same time, when Grover was all in her personal space, like we can't really say that the situation with Grover and Candiace was Candiace's fault because she needed to chill. You know what I'm saying? And again, you can disagree. It's fine. They stay policing Candiace. That's what I feel. That's what. Oh, say this. Say. Come on, because I can't stand Gizelle. If there's a bitch on that show that I do not like, it is Gizelle Bryant, y'all. I do not like her. And here's the thing. I gave her a chance in the because y'all, I finally went back and watched some of the seasons. Shout out to Tammy, because she was telling me every week, girl, if you don't take your ass back and watch them goddamn show, take your ass back and watch them goddamn seasons. Every week she was telling me. So I finally started watching, and I thought Gizelle was decent. But that heifer child, anyway, Gizelle is whack as fuck. That was the reason why Nick was animated, because she couldn't go toe to toe with Candiace and Wendy. Gizelle is weak. You're absolutely right. And I know Gizelle is weak because, again, she went and complained to production to tell here's what I'm thinking in my mind. This is literally just conjecture. I don't know. She telling, production, I'm not going to be able to, mend fences with Candiace unless you talk to her about her mouth. So as a result, instead of both sides, production taking an equal, unbiased approach, they telling Candiace. So it made it seem like it was a rigged fight. Because I'm like, how the hell Robyn? How did Bob the Builder, how did her ass come for you about your husband and you say nothing at all? I said, God damn it, somebody done told her to be quiet over there. That had to, and she actually tells us. And I'm gonna find the clip and I'll play it. Everybody on the show run their mouth and say what they want, but when Candiace do it, people can't handle her mouth because no one can read. That's the problem. It's true. Because if you had a mouth, you could. If you had Gizelle can't read. Well, let me not. I mean, Gizelle can't read, but y'all know that not read. Okay, not read. Get down in the comments, tell me if y'all know where that came from. Yeah, Gizelle can't read, honey. Read. Okay, Chelsea Love, production had Candiace messed up. I wish she would have gave them all the wrath. Me too. I would have been like, you can kiss the hairiest part of my ass crack, y'all. The hairiest part of my ass crack. And the girl, and that mean, y'all, time out. So Candiace was pregnant during this production. During the reunion, Candiace was pregnant. Going back, that's probably another reason why she was like, man, fuck this shit. I don't care about this. Man, these hoes can have it. Man, these hoes can hand it. Oh, okay, hold on. Tammy, I'm gonna send it to you. Oh shoot. Let me look at I'm bringing. Also, y'all, this is my 1 year anniversary here. Just so y'all know, 1 year anniversary here at YouTube, y'all. 1 second. I'm about to bring Tammy up real quick. Right quick, like. Y'all, we gotta give differing opinions. Well, I don't want all to be the same. So we're gonna give her a chance, child, even though she hate Candiace. I like giving you a hard time, Tammy. Let me also look at the chat. Hold on, let me see what's going on in the chat as I do this. I wish we could send voice notes so I can hear and. Okay, hold on, Tammy. I'm getting you the link. Give me 1 second. Okay. She's definitely not the only one who runs her mouth. Thank you, Shayna. Shout out to Shayna. Y'all subscribe to her YouTube channel. Stephanie Hunt. Candiace fight with words. If a person's skin is not thick enough to handle it, oh well, not her fault. I agree. Like because then what's the difference between this and what's that other show? That raggedy show, Baddies or Love and Hip Hop and all that other crap. Like, what's the difference? I just DM'd it to you, Tammy. Okay. Y'all, yes, come to me, Tammy. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, Ashley has the most vile mouth on the franchise. When I tell you, Ashley, low key, is the worst person ever. She was the one that started that whole Osu mess. Well, let me take this. Let me take it back. In terms of whoever wrote the article about Wendy potentially being Osu or whatever, Ashley ain't had nothing to do with that. But taking it back and spreading it around like she knew what it was and what was going on. I said, girl, you don't even have enough scruples to know not to fool with other people's culture, especially when you don't even know what the fuck it got to do with anything. I said, oh, that bitch, she is a raggedy heifer. My bad, Michael. Let me keep reading your comment. My bad. I get talking. Okay, so Ashley has the most vile mouth on that franchise. She was a terrorist in the early seasons. Dial it back, but it was still in the later seasons. She dialed it back, but it was still in the later seasons. Also, Candiace responds, she doesn't start with anyone. That's literally what everybody and their mama keeps saying. I won't be watching either if Ashley and Gizzard are there. Listen, if Gizelle is there, Ashley really was a bystander this entire season. I could care whether she was there or not. Her and Neckbone both were bystanders, quiet as it's kept. They can't make a break. Okay. I couldn't even tell if they was there. Child, when she started talking, I was like, oh damn, Ashley is on this show. My bad, I forgot about her. So, production covered Gizelle during the Monique situation too. Gizelle had a whole meltdown and they didn't show. Oh, thank you, Chels. Yes. Okay. I'm about to Tammy, I DM'd you the link. But and as she's coming, I am going to y'all listen to this thing that Monique said now. Now again, I'm side-eyeing Monique a little bit because like, girl, you don't ever need to put your hands on nobody. But okay, hold on. Let me let y'all listen in and I'll get back to more comments.
Ready to unleash and unload, and they didn't show half of what was done.
Oh.
Including myself. And listen, I was ready to unleash and unload, and they didn't show half of what was done. To this day, I still recall certain things that happened that weren't shown. Like there was this one point where after the binder, the biggest memory that I have, and the thing that I hate that they didn't show, with Gizelle, she was so upset and she was so quiet after lunch, like had nothing to say. When Chris came out and pretty much read her, she lost it and she just blurted out. She like lost it, and they never showed it, but she lost it. And I was like, that pretty much summed up, why I left, because they were constantly protecting the people who should have been exposed and show who they really are on and off camera. And they kept these protections for people to the extent of not even protecting, my innocent children and those whole narratives that they were trying to point out. And it just got me to a point where I was just like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this. This is too much. And I decided to walk away.
Why do you think that pick and choose protection if that's what it was?
Y'all listen.
In the first place?
Well, if you're a puppet master, you're going to keep your puppets. So the ones that you can control, the ones that you can get to do what you want them to do, you're going to keep those people. But the ones who speak up like me and say, no, that's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that. We're the ones that get the hardest time because we're not doing what they want us to do. We're not creating the show that they want. We're still trying to maintain a sense of who we are.
Y'all, so Monique's theory, and I'm gonna get to a comment real quick. Monique's theory is that Gizelle is a puppet for the executives, which makes sense. And so that's the reason why they keep protecting her. They keep protecting her because she's a puppet for them, which makes sense. Because why then would they? To me, in my mind, the season 8 reunion, Candiace versus Gizelle, was very much a rigged fight. Like, if we tie Candiace's hands, not her real hands, right? If we tie her mouth, bridle her tongue, you know what I mean, to quote unquote protect. And then why in the hell did they decide to cut out Gizelle's meltdown? Honestly, I heard that they cut out Gizelle's she had 2 different meltdowns, one with this and then one somewhere else, and no one has ever seen it. It's always just been urban legend. Y'all, please tell me exactly what is happening over there at Bravo. Well, who is Gizelle sleeping with? She must be putting it down on somebody, because I'm not understanding y'all. Like, for real. So if Candiace had to bridle her tongue per production, if Gizelle's getting scenes where that's not going to show her in the best light, edited out, and I mean every scene edited out, because I haven't seen. Also, and I'm gonna get to comments because I'm running my mouth, y'all. I'm really running my mouth. This reunion that just passed, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but it felt like Candiace and Wendy took the heat for everything. I mean, every single thing, every question from the viewer seemed like it was from a viewer who didn't too much care for Candiace or too much didn't care for Wendy. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It felt like a rigged fight to me. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Let me let y'all talk. Shout out to D Movie Man. Y'all should subscribe to his channel. Okay, I'm so confused by what the standard for Bravo is at this point. If shading and reading is the goal, then it can't change because people don't like the person. Didn't Phaedra mock Cynthia's fibroids? I agree. And Phaedra also mocked Kenya Moore's parental journey. What is it? Birthing journey. Child, okay. If knucking and bucking is gold, then that's what we have Zeus Network for. It's very simple to me. I agree. I don't want if I want to watch knucking and bucking and niggas having to duck their head at work and carry on and lottie-dottie and all that, then I'll watch Zeus or VH1. Well, actually, VH1 trying to clean up their act. Yeah, exactly. Take y'all access to Zeus, child. And there's nothing wrong with partaking. Everybody like a little trash TV, child. Why does this kept Real Housewives of Potomac is trash TV? But I don't want to watch nobody going upside nobody's head on my trash TV. Okay, that's where I draw the line. It's that simple. For real. Yes, D. I memorized it. Yes. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. Still gag over the Reed Phaedra gave Kenya at that that came at her for her fertility, but they want Candiace to watch her mouth. Right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. This is true. We can only have so much sympathy for Monique because she started she contributed to her own downfall. Okay, y'all, we have a special guest. Clap your internet hands for Mrs. Tammy Talks.
You do not have to have people clap for me.
Your internet hands for y'all. I can't hear it, but I'm imagining y'all clapping your internet hands. Okay, Tammy, you ready? Now, y'all, just before Tammy starts talking, just let you know she has an opposing view. So don't fight her in the comments, okay? Be respectful. Go ahead.
People fight me in the comments anyways. It's fine. So the thing about Candiace's mouth, I'm not saying that Candiace does not have a right to respond, but every action has a reaction, right? So if you, Belle, you say something to me, I can say whatever I want back. Whatever I want back, I have to be prepared for what you say or do back to me. Whether I'm reacting or not, it does not exonerate me from what comes out my mouth. Candiace's issue is she does not believe the latter part of that. So Candiace feels if you wrong me first, I'm responding. So I'm justified in doing whatever. And then Candiace feels it should end right there. For whatever reason, the fans feel it should end right there. And that's just not how life works.
Okay.
But Amber, I've never said that. I have never said that anybody deserves to be hit though. And I think that's the part that people are like missing. I've never said that Candiace deserved to be hit. Monique was wrong for hitting her. Deborah was wrong for hitting her or attempting to hit her. My thing is, Candiace can say whatever she wants. Her mouth can be lethal as much as she wants it to be. But at the same token, then you can't sit and cry when somebody says something back to you. And I always feel that people, when it gets to the part where Candiace is responding, then people are like, well, she's reacting, so it's okay. It's still not okay. It's still not okay.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying because your argument is very similar to what Mia was saying, right? Like, Candiace, if you see someone that is, or let me take that back. Not even if you see someone with a short fuse, why instigate the situation by trying to continue to, say things that are going to continue to say incendiary comments. I get that. But the whole point of the house, like the environment is for reading. Like if I were out in the street, then I would be like, yeah, watch your mouth. You don't know who got what, right?
No, I get that. I have no issue with the reading whatsoever. But the thing is, when someone says something back to Candiace, then the audience acts like it's a problem. I have no issue with her reading. I don't care for the body shaming personally, but I have no issue with the reading. Talk about Gizelle's house. Say her ass can dress. Talk about all of this other stuff.
Okay.
But it always comes down. And Nello, I've never said that Candiace is wrong in everything that happens on this show. I have literally never said that. Anybody that watches my recaps the entire way through and doesn't stop after I say Candiace would know that. I do not say that Candiace is wrong in any capacity, solely. I've been on record as saying that Deborah is the sole instigator in that entire thing.
And she is. She is. But when you say that, though, it's still people, and Jeremy's coming up. Just, I don't want you to be outnumbered. So I'm trying to find somebody who agrees.
I don't care about being outnumbered because my opinion is my opinion. I don't need backup or anything. But because my whole thing is, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care who stays on the show and who leaves. I don't care if people like Gizelle. I don't care if people like Candiace. I just don't care. I don't know any of these people. I will never meet any of these people. I'm not emotionally attached to any of these people.
Now you know how I feel about that.
And that's fine, but like I just don't care about these people. So people drag Gizelle in my comments. I don't say anything. People drag Candiace in my comments. I don't say anything. I don't care. But my whole thing is, I just feel like and it's mainly the audience that their response is always, Candiace is always responding, which is true. She is responding, but that doesn't mean that she can say whatever it is she wants and there are no repercussions attached to that.
I agree.
That's my only point. I've never said that Candiace shouldn't read and all that other stuff, but Candiace does say some below the belt stuff.
She does. But I think she is someone, it feels like, always gets the brunt of someone attacking her. And again, I'm not in no way, shape, or form a Candiace fan or anything like that. But I'm watching the season, the reunion. I'm watching the season play out. I'm seeing little things, and it's kind of like, now wait a minute, you're able to make up with all of these different people. You're able to make up with Karen, who called you a hoe from Hampton University with a
But
hot box.
but Gizelle and Karen knew each other way before the show.
That's true.
So I hate when people use that example because they have history. I'm going to be more willing to forgive somebody that I've known for 10 years as opposed to somebody I've known for 3 years that is a coworker. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
There's
Jeremy,
a di-
there is. Jeremy, did you have?
Yeah.
Y'all shout out to Jeremy Speaks TV, y'all.
Yeah, I did also have a first and foremost I want to say I love your channel. I'm finding like so many black content creators that have so much personality. It's so many that I'm coming across now, and I really love that because for a while I feel like I wasn't able to find many outside of the circle of those who I already know already and are, accustomed to. So I wanted to say, like, your channel is like a breath of fresh air.
Oh,
You kind of remind me of Misha, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to her. Y'all subscribe to her channel if y'all haven't heard of her. Thank you. It's probably just because we country. I know I'm country.
Me too. I could say I'm probably like reform. I could say I'm partially from Las Vegas and partially from Florida.
Yes.
So, but what I wanted to say was, I think the issue I find when it comes to critiques of Candiace is the goalpost moving and the hypocrisy of the fan base. Like, I see a lot of people saying that, if you do A, you should, expect B. But my thing is this, like, you can't sit here and talk about my mama, talk about my house, talk about my husband, and then expect me not to verbally come back at you. Now, you can't get mad, you can't hit somebody, not talking figuratively, I'm talking about, verbally, and then tell them how to respond. I honestly don't feel like when it comes to reads, like, or people going back and forth with Candiace verbally, people necessarily have an issue with that. It's the aftermath and what's being said. Like, because people cannot like battle with Candiace verbally, they set and move goalposts for her and set guidelines on what she can and cannot say. Now, what confuses me the most is how is Candiace wrong for saying how she feels and how she wrong for reading people, but Ashley was reading this whole cast of filth, said that Robyn only had 2 pennies in her pockets and that she should get with a man who truthfully loves her. She don't have anything. She joked about Karen's, finances. She alluded to and claimed that Monique was an alcoholic who lost her child because of that, and that she was drinking and driving. She also said a lot of damaging things about Gizelle, but those women seem to forgive Ashley. They don't forgive, Candiace. And my thing is this. Now, I can see if Candiace was an antagonist, like, it'll be different. But to me, why do I have to censor myself when you antagonize and pick apart my family? And I think that it's a difference between reading somebody and creating false allegations against somebody's husband because you have nothing else going on. Like, you can't say that my man forced you into a room. You can't. And I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, Gizelle didn't necessarily say that he forced her. If you put all of the adjectives that she used together, I've been with a lot of married men who wanted to see if I was down with it. He's a sneaky link. He made me go into a room. He knew that nobody was there in that room. I feel uncomfortable. And then when it got to the reunion, nobody even pressed her to, like, she apologized, a baseless apology, but nobody even asked her, well, why did you say that he's a sneaky link? What motivated you to say that? So and then, mind you, Deborah was also lying on her husband. Mind you,
Yep.
Candiace has tried time and time again to mend fences with these women over and over again, and they move the goalposts. I also want to say this: Candiace did not do anything, because a lot of people are saying this too, like especially with the Deborah situation. Candiace did not say anything that required hands to be put on her at that winery with Monique. However, stepping in front of a woman when you know you can't fight, being up close when you know you ain't got hands, if she flick your hair and you flick her hair back, understandably that she started it first. But the thing about it is, you can't fight, so you need to back up.
Yeah.
But see, not to cut you off, Jeremy, but when I say that, I get told, well, you just hate Candiace, and so people don't hear anything else that I say.
Well, I feel like I watch your channel too. I feel like it's because of the way probably that you say it. You more so say, well, you can't say whatever you want to say and expect people not to say anything back.
But
Well,
you
not to
can't
do it,
though.
well, not to do anything back. And I understand
But
that's
you,
the
but you honestly can. I can't come on here right now and cuss you out and say, well, those are my feelings, and expect for you not to say anything back.
Yes, but we can't put a real life, you can't put a real life perspective on something that's altered in a reality television mindset. It's like
So,
the thing about it is, the housewives, in my opinion, and not even my opinion, from
now,
what Andy
hold on real
said.
quick. Hold on real quick, Jeremy. Now, look, you keep saying I don't make sense, and I'm not even saying anything. I literally haven't said anything.
Oh
Like,
Lord.
it's
I
more,
literally haven't said anything. Jeremy's been talking, and I just agreed with him.
yeah, like, and then, like, on top of that, all of this isn't that deep. Like,
It is not.
I'll eat the girls up on my own channel. But when it comes to other content creators, I feel like everybody's entitled to their own perspective. And if you don't
Right.
like the perspective, you can
Yeah.
do what I do and just click out of the video. As soon
Exactly.
as I hear something, I was like, I'll just move on to the next. I'll catch you at another review. Maybe we'll sync up there. But the thing about it is, we can't put, you know, real world expectations on an altered and
Right.
staged reality television show. They're meant to verbally spar. And to
Yeah.
be
Well,
honest, I don't feel that anything that that Candiace has said is some of the worst things that I've heard. Like, when we go to Atlanta, even when we go to Married to Medicine, those girls, like, they said some of the most disgusting stuff
Vile shit.
I've
Yeah.
ever heard. I've really
Mhm.
never heard Candiace really say anything to, and mind you, I don't really think that she's violated anybody except for Ashley. If you really think about it, she's never really violated Gizelle. She's talked about Giselle's neck and talked about this, but Gizelle body shames other people too. They all do. She's talked about Karen's age. She talked about Karen's body work. She talked about Karen's face work. She's talked about all of those things. But I'm saying that Candiace, if you really think about it, Candiace has not really verbally gone at anybody harshly except for Ashley. That's the only person. Even after her and Monique got into it, she still didn't violate Monique as much as I thought that she would. Like, I thought that she would be going off saying all types of things. She didn't do that. And she never really did it with Robyn, even after Robyn did multiple things to her, the JBL speaker, all of those things. And
but I think the JBL speaker, to me, I think that's typical housewife antics.
but like, and I'm saying, so is the verbal sparring. So,
No,
but
but I've never had an issue with the verbal sparring. I have literally never said that Candiace should not say anything to anybody. I have only said she has to expect things back to her.
But
That's
like,
literally all I've said.
but physical, but like, physical, like physical assault.
No, I have absolutely never said that she should have anything happen to her.
Okay, so I
I have
don't.
never said that. And like, I'm not saying you, but that's what I hear in my comments. When I have literally said Monique was wrong, and I started off the video by saying Deborah was wrong, and anybody that doesn't think that Deborah was wrong is crazy. I
Right.
never said that nobody should be hitting anybody. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
Right.
Every single body. But as I've said, Candiace can say whatever she wants, but in turn, her response is always, well, those were just my feelings. But when people say stuff back to her, she doesn't accept that those are their feelings as well.
Okay.
She
Okay.
mama dots them
So
like
like,
how mama dot does her.
Exactly, right.
like.
Because even the scene when her and Robyn were in the coffee shop,
Hmm.
and Robyn was saying, well, you got on Twitter and you said all this stuff about me. Candiace's response was, those were my feelings. So
Yeah.
if Robyn's response to the action is, I don't want to be friends anymore, how was Robyn wrong?
Well, now that I don't necessarily disagree with. Now, when it comes to the reactions, I don't. Now, when it comes to those girls not wanting to be friends necessarily, I can kind of understand that perspective. But to me, the whole thing about it is that I don't understand. And I just want to reiterate, I think that we kind of lose the tracking of what's happening, because I feel like Robyn and Gizelle are really good at lying.
Everybody lies on the cast.
Yeah,
Every single person.
understandably, but they
Every
lie
single
but
person
they
lies
lie
on the
consistently. I can't trust anything. If Giselle told me that it was
Mhm.
raining outside, I would go out in the beach outfit. Like, so when Candiace was making those tweets, I remember when it happened, it was more so regarding Giselle needing to get off the show. She doesn't show anything or
But
anything.
she made tweets about Robyn too.
Yes, but those, and this is not excusing. Those tweets came after Robyn had already stopped talking to her because of the conversation that she had with Giselle at the reunion.
Right.
Now when it was presented on the show, I was looking at Candiace crazy, like, okay, you put out these tweets. Why are you confused? You don't want to be friend? Why she don't want to be friends with you? But I had no idea that the real reason Robyn wasn't talking to her was because of the white woman adjacent comment that she made to Giselle, not even to Robyn.
Which I said Robyn was passive aggressive about that. If you're mad that you felt that you got an indirect stray, if y'all were supposed to be friends the way y'all both were saying it, Robyn should have just told her.
And also, how can you, mind you, you don't really view Candiace that close of a friend. We've gotten to know that multiple times. She's not on the same level as a Giselle and her would go.
I feel like using Gizelle because they were friends before the show doesn't work.
Well,
I would
yes.
say like a Robyn and I don't know, Ashley or something. So Robyn and Giselle were friends before, just like Giselle and Karen were friends before. So I think like the dynamics are going to be different. They're going to be different. So,
Yes.
and I think that people watch the show and yes, Candiace does get picked on, right? Because Candiace
Mhm.
is emotional and they pounce on that. They absolutely pounce on that.
They do.
But I think in turn, Candiace just doesn't do herself any favors.
Yeah, that is true. I
She
just
just doesn't do herself any favors whatsoever. And because I don't care about any of these people, when I point out both sides of every argument and both sides of every situation, all people hear is Candiace is wrong, Wendy is wrong. And I know people cut off the video because they tell me. And I'm like, if you would have listened 20 seconds later, you would have heard me say, and fuck Gizelle too.
Yes. Now, I can say I can see the points in my opinion where Candiace is wrong at. I just, what type of show is it to me? And I'm saying that this is the problem here. All of these women do stuff to Candiace, and I'm saying Candiace is open to forgiveness.
Is she?
She's open to
She was
Is
on the
she?
reunion.
yes, she's open to
But
forgiveness.
since the reunion, Candiace wasn't open to, and I'm only talking about with Robyn. Her and Gizelle are a lost cause.
Yeah.
Candiace wasn't open to forgiveness with Robyn.
You mean this reunion or the last reunion?
I'm talking about throughout this
Talking
season.
about the season.
Just the season. She wasn't open to forgiveness with Robyn.
Well, I feel like she was. I feel like what Robyn wanted Candiace to say was that I don't think that you plotted on my husband with Gizelle. But Candiace was not willing to say that. And she was saying, we can still try to build a relationship, but I just don't feel that I can completely trust you.
And to Robyn's point then, and this is why I was on Robyn's side with that. If you honestly think I plotted with Gizelle on your husband, which I don't think Robyn was a part of that, to be honest. I think that was all Gizelle's doing. I wholeheartedly think that was all Gizelle's doing. I think Gizelle might have felt uncomfortable, and then she saw that, hey, I can make a storyline out of this, and I think Gizelle took it too damn far. I don't think Robyn was a part of that, but let's say Robyn wasn't a part of it. Let's just say that Robyn absolutely, because that first episode, Robyn was like, Gizelle, you doing too much. You can tell it took her off guard. Now, whether she decided to go along with Gizelle later, who knows? But if you, honest to God, believe, and I'm Robyn, that I plotted on your husband, why do you want to be friends with me?
Well, that goes back into Candiace's toxic relationship with validation and her mother pain. That to me, that's what that is about. But the thing about it is, what kind of show is it, right? If we like, the show is about discourse reuniting, and you see me have a tweet about you not showing something on the show, but then you don't want to be, you don't want a relationship with me anymore. And it's not that you don't necessarily want to be close with me anymore. It's like that you just want to excommunicate me. Because let's be honest, Robyn and Gizelle, and I low-key think that it's strategic, and because, Candiace exhibits a lot of pick-me behavior, and because she loves Robyn for whatever reason that is. I don't know.
They must have a real friendship outside of the show that we just don't see. Because I don't.
Yeah,
know
because she won't show it because Gizelle is there. Anytime, for the most part, Gizelle is not present, there is progression in the group. And I promise you, and I cross my heart,
I agree,
God, that I believe that if Gizelle was not on the show and Gizelle was not in the picture, Robyn would have had no problems forgiving Candiace.
Absolutely. But see, I look at that as more of a Robyn problem than a Gizelle problem. To me, because just because I'm there, if you decide to act differently, that's not on me. Which is why I always feel like people give Gizelle too much power.
Right.
Like, if Robyn acts different when Gizelle is around, that's Robyn. That's a Robyn issue.
I get that, but the thing about this is the way the dynamic is, it's not just a Robyn issue, because Gizelle is a moving force to try to excommunicate me, and now you are coincidentally trying to excommunicate me. I'm really not that cool with Mia like that. Karen is on the fence. The only person I really have is Wendy. So therefore, what's this show if we can't have discourse and and moving on and reuniting? And I'm saying that a lot of those girls that was on the Atlanta cast, they were not friends for X and X and X amount of years. They had to build the friendships on the show, and they did a lot of stuff towards each other in interviews on Twitter, and they had to reunite, build friendships tear it down, try again. And that's the whole point of the show, is to show your family, show your personal life, and us seeing the inner workings of these friendships. It's weird that on this show that is okay for people to completely say, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to film with her. I'm not showing up to this, because we all know what it really is. It's you saying, I don't like you anymore. I don't want you on the show. And if tweets is enough to push me off of the show, but all of you guys can say anything else to each other because y'all quote unquote have these really deep relationships, then it makes me wonder, what's the point of all of this anyway? Is it just a show where all of the quote, like coincidentally, all of the light-skinned women can say whatever they want to say with with each other? And I'm not negating the fact that you know Gizelle and Robyn had a really close friendship, but I've heard that Karen, and I heard that Gizelle said this before, that her and Karen were not really close friends like that. They just knew of each other. It was really Sharice who she was very close to.
Yeah, I think that's still a difference though, because like their kids, Karen and Giselle's daughters, were in Jack and Jill, and they were at all that stuff. I think it's still a difference of, I know you. I'm not going to talk colorism, but I think the whole thing is, coincidentally, the women that came into the show as friends are all light skinned. The fact that Sharice is no longer on the show as a main character just made it worse.
Yeah, I agree.
It made it worse, because when the show first started, they all gave Gizelle the business. Gizelle was getting her ass handed to her every episode. They called her ass tacky. They said she didn't have couth. She didn't have class. She lived in that little townhouse with the basic ass white refrigerator. They gave it to her.
Right.
They gave it to her. But the fact that they are all friends and they are fair skinned, optic wise, it looks bad.
So I'm sorry, I'm in a pause. I know we could talk about RHOP all day. I still wanted to talk about Beverly Hills and Miami. We're gonna have to wrap this up. We're gonna have to wrap it up.
I don't watch them shows, so I'm gonna drop.
I watch those shows, but this is your channel, so I'll hop down and let you get your ones and twos. But I do just have one more final question for the both of you, though.
Go ahead.
Ending all of this. So this is the question that I have, right? So I understand that you're saying that they had personal friendships and such, right? But this goes into question. Okay, so if you had personal friendships with these girls, right, and you can violate them and they can violate you, but it's more understandable because y'all had a deeper friendship. Okay, so how can you violate me and not expect me to violate you in return? And I should expect that I can get excommunicated because you didn't know me before the show. So what exactly is the proper response for you violating me then? What's the response then? Because if I can't go at you the same way you came at me, then what am I supposed to do?
It's a valid question.
But that's my question. I would love to hear the answer, though. I'll hop down in the comments.
I can give an answer. So I think this entire scenario, and I know I'm about to catch hell in the comments, but I think that if Candiace would have handled that initial scene where Gizelle said, hey, last year at the reunion, when I was in the room with Chris and I was uncomfortable, I think if Candiace would have handled that with less emotion, it wouldn't have went as far as it did. I think hear me out. The moment that she said that and her and Gizelle had that conversation and Candiace said, did he touch you? Did he say something to you? And Gizelle said no and no. I just felt, I think she said, he made me uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. If Candiace wouldn't have had the emotional response where she jumped up and she ran to production and she's crying and she's yelling. Gizelle wouldn't have pounced on her in that moment.
Oh,
Under-
I see. Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly think if she wouldn't have done that in that moment, and I asked a bunch of my married friends what would they have done, and they all said that they would have told her, let me talk to my husband and I'll get back to you. The moment that Candiace showed emotion, the moment that Candiace cowered down, the moment that Candiace blew up, Gizelle said, I got you. And that's when everything blew up.
But see, isn't that an issue though? Why would we want to have a character like that will go so low as to insinuate that another castmate husband put them in a situation where they felt like they could potentially be a victim of assault?
So I don't think Gizelle was insinuating assault. I think Gizelle was saying your husband would cheat with you, would cheat with me on you, because Candiace had already told Gizelle, my husband said if he could be with any of the other wives, it would be you.
I just want to also I know, because I feel like a lot of things can be forgotten. Towards the end of that season, Candiace really did try to move forward with Gizelle, so much so that even after that season and they went into Ultimate Girls Trip, she thought that she was still trying to rebuild with her. It wasn't until after she saw the sneaky link comments that I know when a man wants to get with it, that she came with the vitriol at the reunion, because reunion came after the season and Ultimate Girls Trip. It was,
Yeah.
and it wasn't the fact that Gizelle had said it. It was the fact that Gizelle had waited until the camera was up when she had
Yeah.
already been at their
Yeah.
house weeks
I
prior.
agree.
That was the issue. But
Gizelle
I'll get
is
down.
raggedy
I
ass.
really have to go. But I
Yeah.
thank y'all so
Bye,
much for
Jeremy.
like having me.
Bye, Jeremy. Y'all shout out to Jeremy and put your link to your YouTube channel in the chat, Jeremy.
Oh, okay, we'll do.
Okay.
But thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. Bye.
I'm gonna step down too.
Okay. Bye.
How do I
Tim.
leave? How do I leave? Oh,
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Kick
I got
me
you.
out. Kick me out.
Bye. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Bye. Shout out to Tammy Talk. Shout out to Jeremy Speaks. Y'all both please subscribe to their channels. Wait, it says remove. Hold on, it's taking a little minute. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Is that her? Hey girl, hey, the Haitian Empress. Hey girl, good evening. I saw you in JB's in his chat. I was like, I said, hey girl, hey. It was a really great conversation with Jeremy and Tammy. Child, they could have gone on all night long when I tell you. Okay, so I'm only gonna stay for maybe like 5 more minutes. Hi, love. I'm only gonna stay on for about 5 more minutes. I did want to talk about real quick Real Housewives of Miami. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you, Elsie Charm. Y'all, Adriana was not lying. Let me tell you, my messy self. I went back to watch the episode that Adriana. Remember the episode? I think it was a New Horizons episode, and we done pivoted. We're not talking about Potomac no more. It done raised everybody blood pressure. We bringing it back down, talking about something neutral. We talking about Real Housewives of Miami. So there, for the folks who don't watch Real Housewives of Miami, Alexia is a housewife, and she was married to Todd. Mind you, this is like her 3rd husband at this point. Her last husband passed on, and she found out that he was dipping in the man pond, and that he had a lover probably a couple years prior to him passing on. She didn't know. Anyway, the show is really good. If you're not watching Real Housewives of Miami, baby, you're missing out. Anyway, so on one of the episodes, they hosted a New Horizon party, and everybody showed up, and Adriana, one of the messiest bitches. And when I tell you she messy as hell, she messy and she a little cray-cray. Okay, she a little as well. All right. So Adriana tells everybody that the reason why Todd ends up leaving the party, and Adriana tells everybody that she found out directly from Todd's mouth that the reason why he was leaving the party is because of Adriana. And everybody was like, girl, Adriana, girl, And again, if you watch the show, you know how Adriana is. She a little, okay? She a little, hold on, let me go look at this real quick. Haitian Empress says, for Potomac biggest to Cuban biggest. Okay, girl, quiet as it's kept. Girl, quiet as it's kept. Oh, my bobby pin's coming out. I'm trying to pin my hair back, y'all. Anyway, yes, from Potomac biggest to the Cuban biggest. Potomac made me get an insulin shot. I'm telling you, baby, it raised your blood pressure, child. Everybody woo-saw. Are we ready? Are we ready to talk about something else? Okay. Tamika Chilo went back to watch episode 2 when Adriana talking about Todd and LA. Yes. Shout out to Tamika. She in the DMV too, child. Shout out to her. Baby, I went back, I watched that. I said, oh my God, Adriana wasn't lying. But y'all remember when she was going around spreading it to everybody, people were looking at her like, I don't know if I could believe it. Because Adriana always got some stunt and some show going on. 1, 2, the way she is jealous of Adriana, y'all. That's my prediction. I think Adriana is jealous of Alexia, but I don't know what for. Anyway, what? Oh yeah. Shout out to Beyonce. We got Beyonce in the chat, y'all. Yes, this is true. Elsie Charm. She's always been crazy, but she knows what's going on. That's true. That's usually how the crazy people are, child. I don't want to call them crazy, but the people who be like a little bit, just a little, little detached from reality. They got their one arm in reality, the rest of their body somewhere else, child. But she was right, baby. They are getting a divorce. And let me pull up the article real quick. And I'm gonna, because I told y'all know it's a school night, child. Well, not a real school night. It's a work night, child. I be in the bed by 9:30 because y'all know I get up so early. But I really wanted to come and run my mouth real quick and gossip with y'all. Let's look. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Okay. All right, so this is from USA Today. Real Housewives of Miami star Alexia Napola shocked as husband Todd files for divorce. And now, from what I read, my auntie is a divorce and family child attorney, and she says, it's bad. It's bad when a man files for divorce. Men don't typically file for divorce. Women do. So it's bad when your husband filing divorce to leave your ass, especially when he is a man of a particular age. Okay, so the Real Housewives of Miami star took to Instagram on Monday to say she is shocked and heartbroken that her husband, Todd Napola, has chosen to dissolve our marriage. I will take comfort in the fact that my friends and family will be by my side, supporting me during this difficult time. She wrote on her Instagram, I'm praying for better times ahead. Todd Napola filed for divorce in Florida on Thursday, saying that the marriage is irretrievably broken, according to Entertainment Tonight and US Weekly. Child, Alexia and Todd, a real estate broker. By the way, somebody said he got some shady business dealings, but that's alleged. We don't know the full story. A real estate broker have been married since 2021. Child, they didn't even. She was previously married 2 times, first to Peter Rizzolo and then to Herman Eschera. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. They separated in 2015 and he died the following year, y'all. Let me get in the comments. Okay, Haitian Empress, I'm starting to wonder if the change of penthouse was part of his exit strategy. That is a really good point. And the fact that he wasn't a part of the house hunting piece, he didn't care where they lived. I'm like, now how you living somewhere and you don't care where you live? You just expected her to pick the place and you just will show up. I say, now that makes sense. That makes sense. And they just had to move. I wonder if they had anything to do with it. I think they did. I think it does. Do you think most of the hate for Garcelle is from white people or a mix of everyone? I don't get it. Ooh, that's a good Garcelle from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I honestly think that the most, and I'm reading my Twitter, I'm in the Twitter streets. I think that the most hate that comes from Garcelle is from people who are white that watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They're used to the Lisa Rinnas, they're used to the Kyle Richards, they're used to those white women who don't talk about race. They're used to people who don't bring up that kind of thing. And if we're being 100% honest, there are a lot of microaggressions within that entire group. Remember when Sutton, baby, the way Garcelle really had to work with Sutton because of the microaggressions that Sutton used to display. But the thing about Sutton is that she was open to actually hear what's going on. That's the reason why Sutton was redeemable, because she actually was open and willing to hear what Garcelle had to say. But the rest of them heifers, Kyle Richards, you almost can feel it coming off of them. They are very much get her black ass off of there, because we don't want to hear nothing about that racism shit. We don't care about that. That's your problem. Don't come to us with that woke shit. Basically, that's what I think. Miami's going to be who is losing more. Miami's going to be who is losing more in the divorce. Lisa or the Cuban bigot, child. That's exactly how it's going to be. But when I tell you, oh my God, Lisa, always arguing with somebody about who had the work. And then don't forget, well, let me not say that because I love Gertie, but Gertie, she playing that bullshit too sometimes. I be looking at her like, Gertie, please. Oh, wow. He selected all the units they visited. So he selected the units, but didn't go and look at them. Oh, nah. He knew he was leaving. He knew he was leaving. Exactly. That's why they harassed her son last season. And we talking about Garcelle again from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yep. The way that they Dorit and Kyle and Mauricio and PK laughed about a little 14-year-old boy getting cussed out, and he's a black boy or he's a biracial boy. I said, child, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Yes, at least Sutton can at least learn. Exactly. That was what was redeemable about Sutton, is the fact that she actually was open to hear. And look, Garcelle and Sutton are literally BFFs, and they actually have a real friendship. I love watching Garcelle and Sutton on TV. I really do. And I know the whites are mad about it. I know the whites are mad. I'm telling you, all on my timeline, because Garcelle's name was trending because of I think Sutton was saying that Kyle took her under her wing, and Garcelle was like, girl, when? Baby, when I tell you the whites was mad, girl, the sheets were mad, okay? Big angry. As for Garcelle, white people don't want to look in the mirror and don't like what they see. Exactly. Don't hold up no racism. I don't want to hear about that shit. All that racism talk, I don't want to hear about none of that. That's exactly how they look at that. It's like, this is Beverly Hills. No one is racist. You guys are just complaining. It goes a victimhood mentality. You're playing the race card. When I tell you, on my Beverly Hills reviews, when I would talk about race, I would get all kinds of foolishness in my comments. All kinds of foolishness. Yes, they are white, and that is why they jumped on the anime. Exactly. We call it 8.5, child. She don't deserve to have no name, because her and her husband, and I count them as a duo, homophobic. Well, he said some homophobic things, and he also has been accused of stealing puss that didn't belong, but that wasn't granted to him. But anyway, so yep, that's why why Kyle and Dorit jumped on with 8.5 bandwagon when she backed Dorit against Garcelle. Coup de grace. You're exactly right. It's like, come on, 8.5, and not to say that just because you're black you have to all agree, but ma'am. And then y'all, did you think it was funny? The irony in the fact that she decided that after she got fired, here she go calling, I'm a strong Black woman and all this other stuff. Child, if you don't, Oh, thoughts on Crystal coming back, y'all. I'm gonna make it so quick because I know I gotta go to bed. Crystal is not coming back from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, y'all. Honestly, I really wanted to see Crystal have maybe another chance. And I know she has been on for like 3 seasons already. But I feel like we were able to understand why Crystal held back so much with this last season that passed. I feel like she just needed a little bit more coaching. She got fired, Haitian Empress. She got fired. Crystal got fired. Did you see that picture of 8.5 and Nick Bone together? Oh, no, I didn't. Send DM that to me on Instagram or on Twitter. Oh my God. Of course they know each other. Of course they know. Of course 8.5 and Neckbone. Neckbone give me that same vibe. Like that same, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say it without saying let me not say nothing because I don't wanna go there. But I'm not surprised Neckbone and 8.5 are hanging out together. Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss Crystal just a little bit. I appreciated her getting Sutton together, right? And I also appreciated her getting 8.5 together. But I needed to see more from her life. Like her trying to use her brother as a storyline. Girl, if you don't go somewhere with that, don't nobody give a damn about him, girl. He grown. He grown. Please, Micah, find it, send it to me. Because I'm about to repost it and talk cash money shit. I know we passed RHOP, but can I just say the neck is, oh, y'all, raise, woohoo, Lord Jesus, raise your internet hands and praise the Lord. Yes. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Yes. Neckbone is out of that thing. I'm so glad. Bye, bitch. I couldn't stand her ass. She was ready to sell her own culture. Girl, you got to go. You got to go, girl. I need somebody with a little integrity. Just a little bit, okay? I need a little bit of integrity. Nello says they're going to miss Crystal. I really wanted Crystal to have one more chance. If Crystal had one more chance to maybe show us her life, because I feel like she has an interesting life. She owns a business. She has like the #2 coconut water company in the world. Her husband is a movie director. He directed The Lion King, y'all. Like, she has a really interesting life, or has a lot of factors that could turn into an interesting life. But I don't know, child. Let me see. They are part of the one and done club. They can latch on to each other. Exactly, right. Share your little horror stories because don't nobody give a damn. But quiet as it's kept, neither one of them made any type of splash. I mean, the only thing that they did was get everybody pissed off and cussing them out every week. That's literally all that they've done. But if y'all noticed during the reunion, they had nothing to say. They was just sitting like bumps on the log, child. Anyway, I loved her and Garcelle getting to read together. Yes. Me too. I'll talk with, but now why Neko on Twitter saying reverse racism exists? See, that's why that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. I see why her and 8.5 are friends, because they believe that kind of shit. I really want to say it, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. But a lot of people, not everybody, let me say this, not everybody that comes over here, right? Not everybody, but a lot. There's anti-blackness is global, okay? Anti-blackness is global. And the idea and the thought practice, or the thought process and the propaganda of Black Americans, specifically descendants of slaves, right? Enslaved people, we're lazy, we didn't do XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And so that is the view of a lot of people who come over here, including people within the diaspora. Okay, so people that are coming from Nigeria or wherever, they may see black, that we may share the same skin, but we're like, nah, we not none of y'all. We not y'all. We're hard workers. Y'all are lazy, right? And that's what Neckbone give me. She give me, I'm not like the blacks. You know what I mean? And also, 8.5 gave me that same thought process as well. Neckbone is at risk of being ostracized from the Niger community. I hope it was worth it. Ooh, girl. Never worth it. But you know what? And I heard I heard that I heard that this morning too. I said, girl, you done gave up, you done sold your own culture for a raggedy TV show. That girl let your ass be on her for 5 minutes and then cut you. Girl, you's a fool. A fool. Doree should be tired of somebody getting her together. You know what? Doree is so, that's the point. That is the poison of white supremacy. It's so intoxicating that you don't even know that you're operating within it. So even if somebody coming to tell you, because Garcelle was getting her ass together on a regular. It is giving raccoon. Yes, self-hate Amber, absolutely. Yep. Boom. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Neckbone knows what it is. Colorism, it is extremely prevalent in Nigeria, and she is well aware that they get preferential treatment. You're absolutely right. But again, how can I use it for my benefit while I'm here? It's a shame. I'm glad her ass is gone. Bye. Take you and your raggedy self with. And that poor, she used to treat her husband so bad. Somebody go check on Ike, make sure he okay, child, because the way she verbally abused that man, good God. Funny, 8.5 became a black woman. Exactly. 8.5 became a black woman as soon as her ass got fired. I said, okay. Anyway, 8.5 became a black woman and shaming Garcelle for singling her out, but Anne-Marie selling Garcelle out. Exactly. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Clyde is kept based on her horrendous behavior. I may challenge the reasoning behind being married to Neckbone. Listen, if he and now the women done seen him on the TV screen and he look halfway decent. Hey, now I got a man. I don't want you, but I'm just saying, if I was a single woman and he wasn't married, because I ain't no Jezebel. Okay, I ain't no Jezebel, but I'm just saying there are Jezebels out there. Handsome doctor who young and ain't got no kids. Girl, you better get your shit together, girl. I'm for real. It's called a cleanup woman for a reason, mama. You best tread lightly, mama. You best tread lightly. Anne-Marie was waiting to sell Garcelle out. You know she was. You know she was. That little tight ass blonde streak on her damn head. Sell her out like straight up seething to do it. She really was. She stopped the entire reunion just to talk about how Garcelle didn't back her up. Bitch, what the fuck? Girl, this was a fight between you and Sutton. A fight that you started. Bye. Good riddance to bad rubbish. No, I ain't no Jezebel. I ain't no Jezebel. I don't do married men, and I am in a relationship, and I don't do married men. But I'm just saying, if Neckbone ain't careful, everybody don't got morals. Okay, everybody don't have morals. He young, he handsome, and he a doctor. Girl, you better be quick. You better be careful over there. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna need the Haitian to come out of Garcelle. No, it's gonna come. I believe it's gonna come. She never interacts on Twitter, but well, not that I've seen. But baby, I'm ready for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the new the reboot, or not reboot, but the new season. I'm ready to see it. Babe, you need to go to bed. Okay, girl, thank you, because I'm tired as fuck. Girl, I'm over here just digging in my head, so damn tired. Thank you, girl. Okay, you need to go. You gonna have your camera off all day at work tomorrow, girl. You know I am, girl. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna keep my bonnet on and everything. Like, fuck y'all. Y'all better be glad I'm on this goddamn call. Y'all better be glad I'm on this goddamn call. Okay, I need to go to bed, y'all. Okay, that I'm tired. Okay, I'm damn. Oh, yes, Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I gotta check out Tammy's. I gotta look at hers. I gotta watch yours. I just posted my Tammy. I try to just for anybody else who's a YouTuber that that are in the comments. I don't watch yours, so I can post mine because I don't want your thoughts come to mine. So now I can go and watch yours and comment. So anyway. Summer House is scheduled. It's scheduled for tomorrow, y'all. I've been real lazy in getting that going. But anyway, good night to everybody. Very fun, very fun. Shout out to Tammy Talks, y'all. Subscribe to her channel, please. We want to get her to 30,000 subscribers. Shout out to Shayna MCD. Shout out to D Movie Man. Shout out to Jeremy Speaks TV, y'all. Please go and subscribe. Y'all know, listen, YouTube is not easy. It is very, very hard. Shout out to Micah, LC Charm, the Haitian Empress, Amber, Beyonce, y'all. We had Beyonce in the chat, y'all. Come on, Queen B. We had Tamika. Shout out to everybody. Nello, everybody who was commenting and talking and sharing and doing the things. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video before y'all head out. And check out my store. I have a store. I have a new mug that I designed, that I printed. I meant to drink it, but I was like, you know what? If I drink any alcohol tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. So anyway, y'all check out my store, subscribe to the channel, like the video, subscribe to all the other content creators. Y'all have a good night. This was so much fun. Love you guys. Thank you. I have the best time with y'all.